Good evening. Good evening, conscious creators. It's 7 o'clock. It's Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. It is time for 7 at 7 on Sunday, your mini life coach session. Come on in. I'm Jean Aaron, life coach, life and accountability coach. Accountability, more accountability than I am life, but got some life going too. But anyway, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight and to offer a mini coach session this evening. So come on in. Let's get in and ready to hear. Well, I got a little something to share with you today. We're talking about manifestation. You know, that's one of my favorite topics. One of my favorite things to kind of oversee. And to be in, to kind of do. That's what I do. We do. We all do that. I don't know if you're listening to my background. I'm listening to CeCe Winans. I think it's Believe It by her. I kind of posted it, shared it with you a couple of days ago. Actually, it's one of my go-to songs, You know, sometimes, you have to encourage yourself, you have to coach yourself and hold yourself accountable. So I do that through music. I love music. I love it. I love the vibration of music, and I love the way that the words encourage you, the ballads and the music encourage you. So sometimes we have to build ourselves up, I mean, I am fortunate enough to have some coaches. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to turn it down. I love CeCe. I love her spirit. I love her love for her creator and her humbleness and she's just a genuine worshiper. She's a genuine praise and worship leader. And she knows how to usher you right into the throne room and get you prepared. Sometimes you feel like you're peeping in on her personal time with her creator. Sometimes she gets really into what she does, and she does it so well, CeCe. Anyway, I shared that one by she and her brother. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't know if it was Yolanda that kind of wrote that, but anyway, it was a nice get up and move around kind of song. And, sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to, like I say, encourage ourselves, motivate ourselves, inspire ourselves, push ourselves. We are our best coach, We are our best coach. We're best, it's good to have somebody, standing in the gap with you or interceding for you. But when you can have that connection with your higher self and your higher power on your own, it's just it's just that private time with your maker, your father, and just let me encourage you to encourage yourself, not to wait around and get on the phone and trying to call this person and that person and trying to track down that person and that person, So sometimes I think when I make that second call and that line is busy or they're not there, I just say, you know what? So it's just me and you, Father. It's me and you. It's me and you, Father. So let's just go straight on to the throne room. Just me. So let me encourage you to do the same. Find something, whether it's poetry or just walking around in nature or, spending time with children. That's one of the things that I find very useful. I have a tendency so often, I'll, back up. I have a couple of friends that, own a couple of daycare centers, provide services for parents and their children. And I usually just jump in there sometimes and volunteer because it's nothing like being around children because they are so close to just being, just leaving the side, the master side, just leaving home and down here hanging out with us for the first time after just a few years, just a couple of months they're here, so they can remind you some things and maybe they bring some information back with them. You never know, but I enjoy that. So find something. Let me answer. It's not the topic tonight, but let me just say that you don't need me. You don't need it. I'm helpful and I appreciate the business, but you don't need me to be encouraged and to find your way into the throne room, into your Father's house, into the presence of your God and your Maker and your Creator. So you don't need anybody to help you do that. You can do it on your own. But if you want me to kind of get you started and help you pack your bags or whatever, your lunch, I can do that too. So anyway, so tonight, hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. I got up this morning and I managed to go to that morning service this morning, and that was kind of enjoyable. I met some of my family and my friends over there, and it was good to see them over at Interfaith Truth Center. A little shout out to all of them. I really enjoyed the Spirit Circle time, and getting to be face to face with everybody. We were socially distancing and socially correct. We were following all the protocols, so making sure that we were respecting and loving on each other appropriately. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually getting up and getting dressed and getting out of the house this morning was nice. It was a beautiful day as well. It's a beautiful day. So tonight's topic, I'm gonna be real quick. It's about manifestation. I get probably, I would say the bulk of my my clients are talking about, creating and manifesting and making things happen and bringing change into their lives and rearranging some things and just manifesting, manifesting. And that's basically, what we do. We are creators by nature, by who we are and by what we are and whose we are. God and creation, that's what they do, and that's what's done, and we follow suit. We're a chip off the old creation, and we're creative. We do the same. And tonight we're going to be talking about two of the techniques, or two of the things that's recommended, and the steps. There's steps in their process, part of the process of manifestation that we do automatically. And again, probably the majority of what we manifest comes from our subconscious, and our subconscious, just goes out, does what it do, and we do a lot of things remotely or just, robotically. We don't really think about it so much, or map and plan it out. But as conscious and purposeful, deliberate creators, what we want to do is we want to be deliberate and on purpose with what we manifest and create into our lives and bring into our lives. So, two of the techniques that we're going to talk about tonight are how we use expectation and visualization. And I've had this talk before, and it doesn't hurt to reemphasize it, because these are two that my clients seem to have the most. It's challenging for them, and I don't really know why, because these are my fun too. These are the two that I enjoy most. Expectation can be a little tricky, but visualization is fun. You just make believe, pretend. Visualize. Create those pictures in your mind's eye, and use your intuition. That God gift that somebody call it the Christ spirit. I don't know. It's imagination, and it's. And somewhere down there in that subconscious, we kind of dig down and use our imagination for visualization. And expectation is kind of, sometimes it's mistaken for just pure belief. And you can have expectation, you can have a belief, but you can also have a belief that you can do this. I am a creator, but do you really expect to create or to manifest? So, you could have one without the other on that. So expectation is not belief, if you would, and it's not belief. It's not. And belief is not belief. You can have one without the other. So, but tonight we're going to talk about how we use expectation and visualization, because they're very closely, they support one another. They're in the process of manifestation. They help and support one another. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. I love you guys too. I love you all the time, always, and some more. And like Michael Jackson would say, I love you more. So I love you guys. Anyway, so expectancy and expectation is the state of expecting something, especially good, something will happen, or will take place, or will manifest itself into your reality and come into your life. You can believe, but you may not expect your belief to become a reality. So you can believe something, you can believe all day long, but if you don't expect it, then you're not moving it into your life. You just believe that it's possible, and you can see it out there, just out of reach of yourself, or or over there, this new car that you wanted, you get up, two days later, and it's sitting in your neighbor's yard, because you believe that it's possible to have a new car, but you don't expect it to be in your driveway. So that's why I say you can have one without the other. But you know what? We're going to couple our belief and our knowing with expectation, and we're going to show you how to do that. Now, as expectation, expectancy is associated with manifestation, expectancy and expectation is knowing that you will receive what you desire and what you wish for. You desire what you dream about. I know that my dreams will come true. I know that my dreams will come true. That's expectation. To just partner with a knowing, a belief in knowing that I know that my dreams can come true. I know that I can manifest and bring into my life the things that I want for me. Expectation is mental. It's a mental and an emotional state. It's not. It's not a. It's not. It's part of your thinking process, and it's part of bringing it into the emotions and everything about us. Remember, it's energy. So expectation is a form of it's energy in being or in action or come into partner with you and the universe and your co-creators to bring something into your life, be it negative or positive. Now, because we are manifestors, we manifest best, and I'm just gonna take a maybe, for instance. Most of the best that we manifest is going to be good and positive. So best in my estimation means that it's something that's for my higher good or for our higher good. So we manifest on purpose and deliberately because we are manifestors. We are purposeful and deliberate manifestors and co-creators. So we manifest best, and best means that it is for our higher good. It's for to make us better, make the environment and make the world a better place. Question: how do we hold? And I get this question often with my clients. How do we hold our expectations of something turning out like we wish or like we want or desire? How do we hold that without getting so tied to the details and the outcome of it? Okay. Now that's one of the tricks, and that's one of the things that we have to take precaution on when we talk about expectations, because we're naturally we're naturally doers, and we feel like that we're hands-on kind of people, and we feel like if we want something done, then we have to roll up our sleeves and get it done. Well, you know what? Not all the time. Not all the time do the things that we wish and we want for require us to actually roll up our sleeves. It may be somebody else to roll up their sleeves. It may be somebody else to knock on your door and bring it right to your door without you even, lifting that finger or rolling up that sleeve or getting dirty or dusty or whatever. So we leave the details, and this is something about expectations. We don't bother so much about the details initially, all right? And if there comes a time that we need to be concerned about the details, then the process of our expectations and expectancy and focusing and putting that intention out there and letting it go and leaving it to the universe, to God, to creator, to creation, to know all of the ingredients that it requires to bring that manifestation, that dream, that wish, that want into being and to bring it to you. Okay? So we trust the universe. All right? So expectation and knowing, that belief system, all of that has you tied in because you are creation, and you know that you can't do everything. You're not you're a magician in a way, but as far as the details and the how-tos, we leave that to the universe, and sometimes the when. Sometimes we want something, and usually we want it, yesterday. But realistically, if we want something, it's out in front of us. It's into our future, into that unknown place. So we have to trust the source and the being and the powers that's in that unknown, out there in front of us in the future, and to see what needs to be done and get that information to us. Now, that information comes to us. It does come to us through our subconscious if we let go and just relax about it and not get our mind wrapped around it and start working on the details. Because hey, if I used to tell my kids, I asked them to do something, or want them to do something, and they're off, tell them to do it, and or they ask me to do something, vice versa, and then I'm doing it, and then here they come and they want to, they're jumping in it too, and I said, wait a minute, okay, who gonna do this? You want me to do this, or do you want to do it? So that's how universe does. Okay, universe and God does the same thing. You present your intention, God and universe. Okay, we agree. That's what we're gonna do. Then you allow a creator, creation, universe, God, Father, Source, to do what they do, what needs to be done on that end. Because again, we can't see into tomorrow, but we know who can. So we rely on that source that's already there. So that's one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand before I go any further. That do not get tied. This is how you stay away from getting tied to the result, tied to the details, or tied to the result, or so into it. You're preoccupied with getting it done or seeing it done, and you're like sitting there watching a pot boil or whatever. No, you put your intention out there. You focus on it. You do focus on it. But what I want you to focus on is, I don't want you to focus on the how-to and the details. I want you to go and focus on the very end of it. I want you to focus on it's done. You already have what you say. You're already doing what you've manifested. Go to the end. And I think it's I know Neville Goddard said that, and I believe it was several folk that kind of into the manifestation and that area. They talk about going to the wish fulfilled. You just go to the end and stay at the end. That's where you reside. That's where you patiently wait until God and universe and the powers to be bring everything together. Now, you may wake up in the middle of the night or driving, to work, or, hanging out with your friends, and an idea will come to your mind in relationship to that. Well, guess where that comes from? It comes from creation. It comes from source. It comes from universe. It comes from God, who's giving you. This is the detail giving you. Now you have some hands-on to do that's in the process, or that has to do with bringing that into your being. If it's not you involved, then God's not going to bother you, or source is not going to bother you with giving you the details. Well, G's going to do such and such. No, you don't have to worry about what God gives me to do in regards to manifesting or co-creating for you. You just stay with what stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, and you wait for that message, if it comes to you, for you to do, for what you to do. So, expectation. There's three. I think there's 3 or 4 things. There's 3 things that I want to tell you about expectation. And in addition to going to the end and leaving the details to the source and to God, I also want you to remove any doubt. Make sure that you, when it's true expectation, and you really know that you have removed all doubt about your wish. You have no doubt that your dream is going to come true. None. Then you have no fear associated with it. You're not fearful that maybe I'm not worthy of this. You've already resolved all that. You have no fear. You know that it's coming to you. I'm not fearful about it. I have nothing distracting me about this whatsoever. I know who's working on it behind the scene, under the scene, behind, in front of the scene. I know who's got that. And I simply go and see the end. That's where I hang out. That's where I reside. And then I steer clear, totally clear of the minor details. And I'm calling them minor. They might be pretty major, but to you, they're going to be minor, because you ain't got to worry about them until such time as creation or God or source gives you a detail to go handle or take care of in regards to whatever it is you want. Let the details unfold according to divine timing and divine order. Leave the details to God, to the universe. Just maintain yourself and your position, your focus in the end. Go to the wish come true, I think is what they said. Now, expectation. We got expectation, and we got an idea of how we reside in expectation and how we avoid getting caught up in the details. We leave that to the heavy lifters, okay? Now, what do you do now? We've got, now that you're there, the next thing we want to kind of look at is we want to look at visualization. Visualization is one of my favorites because it gets my clients all riled up. It says, I am not playing pretend with you, Jean. Well, you know what? You are. You need to play pretend. If you want to do this thing right, because any seed that you plant needs a little watering and a little fertilization. I call visualization your watering and your fertilization. You're fertilizing and you're watering that seed that you've planted, that intention that you've got out there. You come in and you got to groom it. You got to get, make sure that get the weeds and things cleared up, give it a little water here and there, fertilize it. So visualization, using the technique of visualization, has 4 very important benefits. And visualization basically is using your mind and your imagination to create pictures of that end, of that wish fulfilled, not of the details. Don't get bogged down with the details, because that's a trick. And it's so easy to fall into, especially if you seem to be waiting forever. Well, let me see, maybe I should start planning and get my pad and say, no. Go back to the end. Go back to the end. I don't know how it happens. I do not know what miracles will take place or how many mountains have to be moved or whatever has to be done in order for me to get this. Frankly, I don't really care to know. Maybe after the fact, somebody tell me, Jean, if it wasn't for me, and I could give them a hug and say thank you. But I'm not going to be bogged down worrying about it at that point, because I figure that if I need to know it, I have a maker, I have a creator that will give me what I need to know about my wish fulfilled, or my wish or my dream come true. So visualizing, we just take our little time to create a picture in our mind and see ourselves in that. See ourselves. And when we're visualizing, one of the things about visualization, well, a very important thing about visualization is that the more of your 5 senses that you can activate in that process of visualization, the better. The better for the whole process, because then you can really start having a lot of fun with that dream or that wish come true. You're actually transported yourself into the picture, and you're there, and you're already enjoying that beautiful vacation, or that new dress, or that new suit, or that those season passes to the ballet. You're already enjoying it. You're already there. You already see yourself sitting in your perfect little seat, and you got all the you just. Everything is just, you can hear the music playing, and you can see all the beautiful colors on the stage, and whatever, it could be a comedy thing, whatever, but you're in it. And the thing is, make sure that you don't just visualize it and you see it all happening. You got to see you in it. You got to make sure that you visualize you in it. If you don't visualize yourself in it, you missed it. You got to scratch that and start all over again. But activate more than just a visual sight, more than seeing. Try to hear it. Try to hear. And if you can't, just automatically. And if it has anything to do with music or hearing the sound of sea or whatever, put some, go YouTube and find some sea sounds, or whatever. Find something so you can actually hear the sound, or you can get a feel of it, or get that sensation or that vibration going in your hearing, so that you've activated your hearing. Activate your hearing, activate the smell. If it sounds have something to do with the aroma or something, a new car smell or whatever, go, buy your new car spray and spray your old car with new scent. Just create that environment so that you can put yourself in it. And again, make sure that you can smell, you can taste it. If it's something that you can taste it, make you bite, whatever. However you can activate those 5 senses, the better. And the last one is feeling. Make sure, because feeling is the one, that's the mud. I call it the mud, or the clay that brings it all, that brings it all. It pushes that, and it causes that. Well, remember, it's all energy. All of our senses, everything about us is energy, and all that sensation that you're creating and those activating those senses is energy. But the feeling puts it in motion. It makes, you actually feel, you can feel the actual sensation of your wish come true. So activate every last one of your senses to do that. Now, there are 4 benefits, very important benefits for manifestation. for visualization. Visualization has four important benefits that it allows to our power of manifestation. And the first is it activates our subconscious. The subconscious is down there where our imagination resides in our subconscious. And it activates our subconscious so that we can go in there and find and visualize and create scenes and pictures in our minds and sensations and smells and we can do all that through our subconscious. And when we can't do it, visually or whatever, or in our minds, then our subconscious stored everything. We activate our subconscious through starting out the visualization process, and eventually our subconscious will draw us to certain areas or certain places or certain scenes, or we're watching TV one night and subconscious, there's a scene of the place where you want to actually go vacation. They're talking about it, so it activates your subconscious. And the second one is visualization programs your brain so that you can readily perceive and recognize resources. And I didn't say source, because your source is your source, and your source is God and creation and universe. But resource, your source can direct that information to your subconscious, and your subconscious can present that information to you. And your brain is programmed so that it can recognize it, and it can say, oh, okay, that's an idea. An idea. So I can take that information and I can use that resource to do what obviously creator has provided this information to me through my subconscious, and I'm able to, have a little hands-on activity or action that I think that I need to do in regards to bringing that to me. The third thing is visualization activates the great invisible but powerful magnet that magnetize our desires and wishes and wants to us. It activates that magnet, if you would, so that as we continue to visualize, and our brain is programmed to receive and to recognize resources, and we're doing what we should be doing, because we're following the information that's provided us through our source, through God, through creation, through our universe. So we're doing all those things, and we're able to now magnetize our wish and our desires and our dreams into our being, into our experience, into our realities. And I think probably that's probably to me, the most important one is it builds, and this is the fourth one, actually builds an internal motivation. Okay, and by that I mean that it causes us to move energy around in us through our feelings and through our emotions. And again, that mobile or spontaneous energy is part of the process that again helps magnetize and bring us or draw us to whatever it is that we desire and we want. True and effective visualization will always involve all five of your senses. The more senses, more of those five senses you can activate in your visualization process, the more effective that process is going to be for you. And you're going to see a faster result of what you're drawing and what you're magnetizing, what you're creating and manifesting into your life. Make sure that you can see you doing, you're having, you're being whatever that wish that you are trying to fulfill. Make sure you can see yourself. And if you haven't, just back up and try it again until you can actually see yourself. And again, feeling is the most important sense of the five. It's the most important. Activate your feelings with your emotions. Feel happy, feel joyful, feel whatever it is that you know you're going to feel when that wish is fulfilled. Start feeling it and start experiencing it. And in your visualization, see yourself and hear yourself and see yourself smiling, see yourself feeling excited about it. Laugh, jump up and down, whatever it is you have to do. Just fake it till you make it. Pretend until you, and you'll find that again, those things help draw you to what you're manifesting, and it draws what you're manifesting to you. Expectation and visualization work together, and they support each other. They support one another. You must expect you must expect that you can have and do and be whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. If you don't expect that, if you don't know that it's going to happen, you got to know it. Don't skip belief. Skip over belief and just know that it's going to happen to you, happen for you. You're going to be that. And the universe wants to bring it to you just as much or even more than you want to bring it to it. And don't be so tied to the details, because you may want to, you may think you know everything it takes to bring that to you. I'll guarantee you that you don't even know half the things that it takes to bring it to you. The person that may be involved in it may be over in, I don't know, China, and got to get over here and take care, be over here before you get it. So, depend or resign yourself to leaving that to divine timing, divine God creator to be in that capacity of behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, back out, all down into the future. Okay? Create that vision, use your imagination, and start living the wish. Start living the dream. Start being where in your mind's eye and your imagination, be in that dream. Be that dream. Be in the midst of it, having fun. And that is, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that I'm going to just leave it there. And again, entertain yourself with all the visualization in the meantime, while God and universe are doing what God and universe can do. That's all I have for you tonight. Remember that expectation and visualization, they work together, they work partners, and that they are two of the very intricate. They're the most they're very deep. They're definitely a part of the manifestation process. I think there's 5 or 7, it's according to how you look at it. But that's those two are easy to do, because and this kind of start off there. We expect it, we start visualizing it, we start being it, and we're focusing on it. We put the word out there, and now we're just gonna have a little fun and keep it in front of and keep it in our mind's eye, and we're gonna until it materializes. If you guys are manifesting anything right about now, share with me. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're manifesting, and let me know if this information is helpful and useful to you. If you have any other questions about manifestation, maybe how do I set an intention or whatever like that, maybe I can kind of go back over that again. I am going to kind of make sure that I cover manifestation as often as I can, because that's what we are. We're manifestors, we're creators, and we want to make sure that we fine tune our skills and our creative abilities and power, so that we can be master manifestors. I appreciate you guys. Hi, Stephen. It was so good to see you earlier today. Hi, Linda. Guys, it's good to see you. Hi, Trina. Good to see everybody tonight, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself this week. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are in the world. And join me on Thursday night for the Conscious Creators Toolbox. We're having a great session this month. So come by and talk to us. We're talking. Come on in here. Hear about it. Come and see us. See you Thursday night at 7. If I don't see you, then I'll see you hopefully next Sunday. You guys have a wonderful evening and manifest best. I'll see you next time. Take care.